Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Peace and blessings be upon you. All praise to Allah, the Lord of all worlds. And may peace and blessings be upon Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the noble example of balance. Dear Professor Dr. Ilfi Nurdiana Hajjah, Rector of Islamic University of Malang. Dear Dr. Muhammad Faisal, Chair of the Faculty of Humanities, State Islamic University of Malang. Honorable, all of the judges and all of my friends. If you really look closely, most overnight successes took a long time. I really love that quote, because nature works like that too. Never rushes, everything gets done. Good morning. I'm Muhammad Danish Naufal from Mandua, Kudus. Today, I want to invite you to envision something simple, yet powerful idea. What would happen if we stop trying to control nature and start listening to it? We live in a time where we feel like we've conquered everything. We can create artificial rain, modify the genes of plants, build floating cities. We even try to play little god over systems that are older than we are. But let me ask you to step back for a moment. Remember the time you stood in the forest or beside the ocean listening to the waves? There's a calm there, a rhythm, a harmony that needs to be respected instead of controlled. We should learn from nature, not from books, but from observation and silence. Based on CNN Indonesia's data, during the 2025 New Year celebration, Jakarta produced approximately 132 tons of waste, an increase compared to the previous year. We should realize those terrible things that already happened. We should never let this to be continued. As youth generation, we can take little action from that situation. For example, we can throw the waste into the bin, remind our friends, and minimize using plastic bags. Those little things that we do could reduce the tons of waste in our environment. I believe the greatest innovation doesn't come from creating something entirely new, but from learning from wisdom that already exists. Let's talk about bees. Bees don't just make honey, they also pollinate 70% of the world's food crops. But we don't realize that. We spray pesticides, we take their honey, we destroy their home, and when they start dying off, we panic. We try to build pollinating robots. We try to replace bees instead of asking why they are disappearing. This isn't a solution. It's a reaction born from the wrong mindset. Nature speaks not by shouting. It speaks through signs. It speaks through floods, droughts, shifting seasons, vanishing species, but we're too busy feeling clever to hear it. What should we do? First, we need to protect and take care of the places where bees live. It's important to learn and teach others how bees help grow the food we eat. And simple things like planting local flowers can really help them. If we change the way we think and act, we can make sure both bees and people can live and grow well together. We love to think that humans are the center of everything. But we're just one species among millions. In reality, nature doesn't need us, but we desperately need it. A tree knows when to shed its leaves, a river knows where to flow, a bird knows when to migrate, and none of them need a clock, a calendar, or a nap. They just listen. I imagine a world where we make decisions based on knowledge, not just fear. Where technologies help protect our environment instead of harm it further. Change won't happen overnight, but it begins with small consistent action and making better choices every day. We don't need to control everything. Instead, we need to work with nature for a healthier future. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.